Gaston Bolanos. Go ahead. First question.
First of all, congratulations. How are you feeling?
I feel great. It's been 2 long years. I've overcome a lot of adversity to get here. From a false positive test of COVID over a year ago, to numerous injuries and a lot of stuff that I've been going through. I couldn't thank my coaches enough. You see him right here, Danny Castillo. We've been grinding on the wrestling. I know we couldn't show much of it today, but we've been grinding for 2 years. My coach Mal from Mauricio Cabo from Costa Rica, he's been here. I told him last August, hey, will you come out for 6 weeks? He's been here since then, And then, of course, my coach Carey Fitzgibbons, all the fans. I'm extremely thankful.
I noticed on your record, it has been a long time, and there were a lot of canceled fights. Can you talk to me about were there any thoughts that maybe you wouldn't be able to fight again? That just like.
There was. I mean, we went through 4 or 5 opponents, and Daniel was the last one, the only one that was actually willing to step up. Kudos to him for doing that. I know we're 1-1. He about 3 years ago he choked me out in front of my whole hometown, in front of my fans, my girlfriend, everyone. And it's when they offered this fight, just within short notice, I was like, are we ready? And absolutely, we definitely want to get this one back.
So could we be seeing a trilogy then, since you're 1-1? Is that
We're certainly open to it. It's not something that we're opposed to. I barely cut any weight to get to this fight, which is what we were trying to do, a catch weight with Casbell at 140. I know he's been going through some stuff, and that's on him, but I'm definitely looking to go down and become a bantamweight in this division.
And it's our first win since 2019, and it's in front of a somewhat hometown crowd. Would you consider this a hometown crowd?
It is my hometown. I'm originally from Peru. I represent Peru, but I live here since I was 13 years old. This is my hometown. We sold 160, 170 tickets. You could hear the crowd out there. This is my hometown.
Yeah, we didn't have the volume back here, but we could hear them out there. Does it feel sweeter doing it here at home with people in the crowd?
I'll tell you, there was a lot of pressure. This guy choked me out 3 years ago, same way in front of my hometown. But yeah, it does feel sweeter. It's been such a long time. A lot of thoughts through my head, like, oh, the ring rust and whatnot. But I felt amazing in there. I've put in. Yeah, I haven't fought in 2 years. But I've put in a lot of freaking work in 2 years, and I think it showed off tonight.
And you mentioned Casbell. Is there anybody on your list for who you want to fight next and maybe win?
Whenever I walked out of this without any injuries, I believe. I love to fight again in September out here. We'll see what happens. We'll see who shows up, and yeah, we'll be ready to go.
You talked a little bit about working a lot of wrestling for this. And then you said you didn't get to use it that much. Does it really matter when you make a guy eat your foot?
Well, I wanted to, more than anything, be the most complete version of myself that I could be today, and I think that's what you guys were able to see my striking so well in such display, because I wasn't scared of being taken down, and I wasn't scared to go for takedowns. We followed the game plan to the T. We know Daniel can be explosive in certain situations. His fight with Aaron Pico, he got to the second round because he was throwing some explosive things here and there. So, we knew he would be explosive, and we knew he would come at us, and that's why you were able to see such this display of striking from myself, because I become much more complete in all areas.
Even though you had that previous loss to him, he's been getting put away, in his last few fights, which I'm sure you've known and I'm sure you had looked at.
Mm-hmm.
Was that part of the thinking going into this, was that maybe he's at a point now where he's vulnerable to that, where he might not have been as much 3 years ago, and you might be able to get the kind of finish you did?
We know his game regardless. We knew he was going to come in and try to fight, and as you saw, he hit me a couple times. He was trying to look for that explosion. I was just trying to stay patient. I heard my corner telling me, be patient. And I know I hit really, really hard. So I knew if I hit him, I knew he was going to go down and he was going to get hurt.
Does this feel like the kind of win that exposes kind of a newer version, an improved version of yourself to the rest of the division or potential division for your next time out?
Absolutely. Yeah. I think I'm a real threat. I hit hard.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, congrats on the win. Absolutely emphatic performance. I'm curious, you immediately went and got the hat. Can you run me through the story of where the hat came from?
This is My grandpa passed 3 years ago, and I've been wanting to dedicate a win to him since he passed, and this was his. So that's where that comes from. This is for him.
I'm sure he's proud of you.
Thank you.
We will now move on to the chat. Luis Morales, you're up.
Hi Gaston, I am Luis Morales from MMA Pit. En español, ¿puedo preguntarte en español o prefieres en inglés?
Español está bien, no hay problema.
Ok. Quería preguntarte, obviamente ya te lo preguntaron en inglés, pero quisiéramos preguntártelo en español para los fans latinos. Fue tu regreso desde el 21 de febrero de 2020. Fue una gran finalización en el primer round. Y pues, ¿cómo se sintió para ti? ¿Tú esperabas que pudieras acabar esta pelea de esta manera?
Sí, bueno, estábamos listos para 15 minutos de guerra con Daniel, que ya sabíamos que era un buen rival, pero sí, la idea era finalizarlo de cualquier forma, y sí, se siente muy bien.
¿Tú esperas estar más activo este año?
Sí, espero poder pelear de nuevo en septiembre acá en San José. Sé que Bellator tiene planeado regresar, así que ojalá podamos estar en esa cartelera también.
Y última por mi parte, en los últimos tiempos hemos visto el MMA peruano crecer bastante. Obviamente tú eres uno de los pioneros, la punta de lanza en esta parte del MMA peruano en Bellator. Pero ahorita ya vimos llegar también al Fuerte Barzola. También tuvo una rápida finalización, una gran victoria. ¿Cómo se siente ya estar viendo este crecimiento y esta más participación de la gente peruana en Bellator?
Pues creo que los latinos y los peruanos, ¿no? Somos guerreros, siempre venimos a pelear, y estoy muy orgulloso de mi país, de poder ver tantos peleadores que vayan creciendo, tanto como Claudio Puelles y en Excusa, el Fuerte Barzola, entre otros. Y sí, o sea, estoy muy orgulloso, y mientras más puedan entrar, va a ser mejor.
Our next question will come from Kobe.
Hi, Gaston. Kobe from Pro Sports Podcasters. First of all, fantastic performance, great fight.
Thank you so much.
Now, how important was it for you to not only get the win, but to win in such a fashion, such a dominant, precise fashion?
You know, like I said, I've been off for 2 years. You know, I haven't won a fight in I think 3. And yeah, I mean, it was really important for me. I had a lot of pressure coming into this, obviously, because I haven't won in so long and I haven't fought in so long. But more than anything, I just wanted to show the kind of fighter that I am, and I think I was able to show that. I'm very precise with my striking. When I'm on, I can hit people really hard, and I can hit people when I don't have fears of getting taken down or grappling, which is what I've been working on the last 2 years. I'm very dangerous anywhere.
Yeah, you looked extremely composed and just calm inside the cage today. You mentioned the ambition to move down to bantamweight. Have you tried that cut yet or no?
Well, to be honest with you, and my coaches are attest to this, I didn't even cut weight to make it to 44.4. So I'm basically ready to make that cut. You know, I'm basically ready. Yeah. Today I was maybe 152 stepping in the cage. You know, I know Daniel was a lot heavier than I was, and like I said, I believe that I'm ready for that cut.
Now, besides fighting Castells or someone at bantamweight you'd like to match up with?
I don't, you know, right now, I know that was my last fight in my contract, so more than anything, just getting re-signed with the company is my #1 priority, and then, yeah, whoever they want to line up, I'll be ready, and I'm game.
Right on. Looking forward to it, buddy.
Thank you.
Our next question will come from Jaime Barrios.
Buenas noches, Gastón. Jaime Barrios de MMA Fan 507 de Panamá. Saludos y felicidades por tu victoria.
Muchas gracias.
Gastón, comenzaste muy bien en Bellator, después tuviste un par de derrotas. ¿Cómo te sientes hoy de volver a la línea, a la senda del triunfo y de alguna manera vengando la derrota que habías tenido con Daniel y por sumisión hace unos años?
Pues sí, tenía muchas cosas encima, ¿no? 2 años de no pelear, casi 3 de no ganar, o más de 3 de no ganar, la revancha con Daniel, y también peleando en mi hometown. Tenía muchas cosas y sí, me siento demasiado bien. Tuve un camp completamente excelente, más de 3 meses de preparación. Y sí, me siento muy bien. Estoy listo para lo que venga.
¿Qué tienes proyectado para el resto del año, Gastón?
Pues espero pelear por lo menos una vez más, ojalá 2, y ese es el plan.
Vale, muchas gracias y felicidades nuevamente.
Muchas gracias.
All right, that will conclude our time with Gaston. Thank you, Gaston.
Thank you so much.